Hello and welcome to Last Week in AWS. I'm your host, Mike Julian, filling in for Corey Quinn while he is, I'm not sure where he is. He's somewhere. I guess we'll find out when he gets back in a few weeks. Until then, you've got me. AWS announced sort of a renaming of a service from Pinpoint to AWS End User Messaging. I commented on this last week, but one of you pointed out to me that this is actually more than a rename. In effect, they've actually launched a new service by splitting off the SMS and push notification capabilities from Pinpoint into a new thing called AWS End User Messaging, which looks a lot more like a direct competitor to Twilio. Pinpoint itself is actually still around and just only handles email and all of the other automation that's on top of email. So it's still using SES under the hood as it always has. But this does raise a question now of whether Pinpoint will be deprecated or perhaps rolled into SES, or maybe further investment into Pinpoint. I think it's unclear. But in essence, we've got a sneaky new service launch that was really just carved off from another service, which is interesting and also kind of cool.
Backblaze B2 Cloud Storage helps you scale applications and deliver services globally. Egress is free up to 3x of the amount of data you have stored, and completely free between S3-compatible Backblaze and leading CDN and compute providers like Fastly, Cloudflare, Vultr, and CoreWeave. Visit backblaze.com to learn more. Backblaze, cloud storage built better.
Amazon EFS now supports up to 30 gigabyte a second of read throughput. Big performance jump for those of you that are using EFS, so I figured it's worth mentioning. Amazon RDS for DB2 now supports loading from Amazon S3. This is awesome because it opens the door to ephemerality for DB2 databases, which sounds kind of cool. AWS announces private IPv6 addressing for VPC and subnets. On one hand, more IPv6 is great. On the other, I'm not sure of the practical impact. The addresses in question are already private, non-routable addresses, so it's not a cost-saving story from not paying the public IPv4 charges. I guess I could see an argument for managing internal IP address exhaustion, which is a point that they make in the announcement, so maybe that's the thing? I'm not really sure. Cost Optimization Hub now supports a delegated administrator, which is honestly a feature I didn't know I wanted. This is the same way that Identity Center can delegate its admin to another AWS account, so you don't have to use the payer account to manage the Identity Center. Same concept. So now you can delegate the administrator of Cost Optimization Hub to a different account, so that person doesn't, or those people don't have to use the payer account. Nice work, team. OpenSearch Optimized Instance is a, quote, game-changing for index performance and cost. From the article, the OR1 instance type also enables cost reduction because the price for performance is 30% better than existing instance types. When adding more than one replica, price for performance will decrease because the CPU is barely impacted on an OR1 instance, while other instance types would have indexing throughput decrease, end quote. But also, from my perspective, because you can now run fewer replicas thanks to it also copying data to S3 at the same time, that does create an interesting angle for potential cost reduction for all those OpenSearch clusters we all have sitting around. And that's what happened last week in AWS. I've been your host, Mike Julian. As always, enjoy, and if you like, hit subscribe and leave a comment, leave a review, something. For the love of God, is anyone listening?